with a couple of newer songs of mine. And I wrote this back in September, going through a little rough time. It's been a minute since I was doing alright. I keep finding all kinds of ways to complicate my life, and the rest of everybody seems to be doing just fine. But it's been a minute since I was doing alright. Since I knew what to do, I just stay up late, shuffle cards, think about you. And then I read a book I try to read a million times. But it's been a minute since I was doing alright. Been a minute since I have seen your face. I remember the last time we were all in the same place. The whole world is on fire, no chance of rain. But it's been a minute since I have seen your face. It's been a minute since I was doing alright. I keep finding all kinds of ways to complicate my life, and the rest of everybody seems to be doing just fine. But it's been a minute since I was doing alright. That might be the best thing of the night. We don't know. I'm compiling a list of songs over the last few years that just exist in my voice memos and notepad that never got, the band doesn't know about them. I don't even remember about them. And I go back and listen to it. I'm like, well, I don't know. Like, I know I'm the best judge of myself sometimes, I guess, but I'm like, that's a good song. I should do that again. And there's a few that it's like, no, I should do this song, And then I started listening to them, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't know if I remember this song at all. But it's all right. It's fine. Y'all seem like a very forgiving audience. This is like the best time. I mean, the first time I was here 20-something years ago, it was midnight, and midnight on a Wednesday. When I first confirmed it, I was like, this is amazing. And then the closer we got to the date, and I'm like, this is not the best. This is not the most ideal situation. Malford was the sweetest, by the way. He was just like, that was great, man. It's just like, thank you so much. This next one is, it's a nice window into how you can have a part of a song for a really long time. Because I had this, what I guess I assumed was the chorus of this song for many, many months. I mean, over a year, a couple of years, honestly, when my dad was sick with dementia. And I had this chorus, and I worked on it over the years. And then, one day, you hear a word, you think of something, and you're like, oh, I think I know how to finish it. And so this is the first time I've ever played this live. We'll see how this goes. It's called Without You Around. The original title of the song was Sweet Dreams, Old Man. It was a little too long, kind of sad. Kind of confusing to someone just looking at the title on one song. Trying to lighten the mood before I sing this. Here we go. Sweet dreams, old man. I wish we were making different memories, traveling mercies along the way. Safe journey till we meet again. All the good things in my life I know I learned from you, and Mom was always right there by your side and had your back. But now we gotta figure out who we are without you around. So sweet dreams, old man. I wish we were making different memories, traveling mercies along the way. Safe journey till we meet again. All the good things that you did for so many still talk about. We all try to think about how you take on these crazy times. But now we gotta figure out what you say that you around. Sweet dreams, old man. Wish we were making different memories, traveling mercies along the way. Safe journey till we meet again. All the good things I believe all came from my family, and everything I miss will always be so dear to me. And now we gotta figure out who we would be without you around. So sweet along the way. Safe journey till we meet again. Y'all still okay? Everybody's doing good. I open mind, there's more people in here. This is what I like to call, it's like the butterfly effect, but it's like the loaves and fishes effect. It just multiplies. I just open my eyes, and all of a sudden there's more people here. It's like a magic trick I didn't even mean to do.
You didn't even advertise that.
Yeah. But the other thing is, what is it? Town says, he said one time, he's like, someone asked him why he always closes his eyes when he sings. And he's like, it'd be a lot easier for everybody in the audience, just close their eyes. But, they don't seem too keen on that. Talk about songwriting for a second. Like, there's this songwriting group I'm a part of, Mr. Bruce Hughes, speaking of the Resentments poster. Yeah, amen. But Bruce sends me a prompt every week, and it's like, I don't know how I haven't flunked out of this class/email thread. I saw him not too long ago. I was like, look, I'm so sorry, it's been a while. And he's like, just do your job, take the time. I was like, dude, I got a lot of stuff on my plate. He's like, just make the time. Don't make an excuse, just do it. I was like, ugh. It's like the worst/best teacher you could ask for. It's like, I'm not gonna flunk you, but I'm still expecting you to turn something in. And one of the prompts was mend. Yeah, mend. Great word, just flows naturally right off the tongue, right? Mend, bend, end, friend. Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, just go to fucking rhyming dictionary, it'll work out. You can figure it out. I was like, oh, what is like mending? I just had flashbacks of like camping trips with my buddies when it was like our parents just let us go into the woods, into the night, for a day and a half. It was like we had backpacks with like fireworks and lighters and a hatchet and a knife, a flashlight, some hot dogs, so that was about it. And they're like, y'all have fun, hope y'all don't die and shit, it was fun. I seriously don't know what they were thinking, it was great. But men, I was thinking of like wounds, so there's like some wounds that we got like one time, anyways, all kinds of wounds. So I got this song prop mend, and I was like, oh man, it's about a broken heart. And in my mind, I'm thinking like Smokey Robinson or Stevie Wonder. I have these little voices in my head, and I give them names. I'm like, that's the voice that kind of sounds like Smokey Robinson. He's like, man, just write a song about a broken heart. And you're like, okay, I'll fucking do that. Let's go. Do your job. I was just hearing Bruce echoing in my head, you know. I was like, I don't have a broken heart. And he's like, but you've had one. And I was like, yes, I have, Smokey, I got it. Let's do it. So I wrote this one called Mend. is split in two without you, and nothing I could ever mend. Without you, and nothing that can ever melt. My heart is split in two without you, and nothing that can ever melt. There's actually a video. I was just about to say that. Oh my God! There's like, you're here, ladies and gentlemen. Isaac Bauer's in the audience right here. He made a video for that video for that song last year. And you know, it's like when you don't have a booking agent or a manager or a record label, everybody's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I don't know." You know, it's like, what are you doing next? Are you going on tour? It's like, no, we don't. We're going to figure it out. I was going to call some people. I got to text somebody. Like, leave me alone. Give me a second. Jesus. Speaking of Jesus, Easter tomorrow, everybody. Bunch of sinners. Hey, we all are. Yeah, that's the thing that most people don't remember, especially the ones who call everybody else a sinner, right? It's like, oh, did you forget that you're kind of a piece of shit too? Oh, bless your heart. All the parables are about pieces of shit like you, actually. I'm not judging you, I'm just saying that's what everybody else is calling you. I could name names too, you know. Do it. Oh shit. Well, I got through the most sad ones, so now we can go to the kind of like ridiculous funny ones. And then I have a special guest coming up on stage. So this is another one of those Bruce Hughes creations. Even though I tried to like list him as a co-songwriter on a few of these songs that I've released that he gave me the prompt for. He's like, no. And I was like, is my song bad? He goes, no, that's not the point of it. And I'm like, but dude. And then I started to feel kind of arrogant. I was like, what if one of these songs blows up? And you're like, where the fuck is my money? And I'm like, well, just trying to help you out, Bruce. I know you've been doing this a lot longer than me. Not that much longer. So, this is another one of those that I will mess up if I don't get these words for, so I can tell you a story. I haven't been to therapy in a few weeks, so this one time in 4th grade, I'm being serious? You guys are horrible. I'm just joking. This is a big old bucket of sinners. This is kind of one of those ones where it's like, I look back at these words the day after I find the voice memo that I wrote, or that I recorded one late night, and I was going to do a whole record, I still am, hopefully, probably, of all these voice memos that, the band doesn't get, they're never going to be on a record, never going to release them. It's like, maybe I should just release all these voice memos, and and then I made a Dropbox folder of all these songs. I was like, that's good enough. I don't sound too wasted in that one. That one would be okay. And it was like 87 songs. I was like, no one's going to listen to this shit. So I whittled it down to about 43, and still working on that release date. even know what the prompt was on this one, to be honest. But it came out as The Late, Late Nights. And it's 6:30 right now, by the way. So this is one of those things like, listen, I got so many sober friends right now. And I'm like, I love you and respect you on your journey. And I do, and I support that. And it's like, I'm just on a different path. And I mean, everybody is. Everybody's on their own path. And what I'm saying is, it's like, I've got some friends that have written some great songs where they talk about doing all kinds of crazy things. And they don't do those things anymore. I'm like, do you still sing that song? And they're like, yeah, I do, it's weird. And I'm like, okay. So luckily, I write songs about Jesus and cocaine a lot of times to cover all the bases, no matter where I am on this journey. We're all children of God. We all have free will. No one should judge anybody else. Oh, how I love those late, late nights when everything seems quite alright. Unlike most of the daytimes that can really bring you down. Thinking about unrealized dreams about which you can't do a thing except wait for the night time when everything seems a bit better. 'Cause you always got tomorrow to do it all again and again and again. Most of the time I'm awake before sunrise and I'm feeling pretty positive about the day to come. And then around about lunchtime, the devil's sitting on my left side. His voice starts creeping in about all the things that could have been. That's why I love those late, late nights when everything seems quite alright. Unlike most of the daytimes that can really bring you down. Thinking about unfulfilled dreams about which you can't do a thing except wait for the night time when everything seems a bit better. 'Cause you always got tomorrow to do it all again and again and again. As long as I've been alive, further down the road to keep my sights, dreaming big and thinking of plans about how to ward off these hard times, going down the road feeling bad, acting happy and being sad. I hope we all make it through with this few bruises to bear, worse for the wear. That's why I love those late, late nights when everything seems quite alright. Unlike most of the daytimes that can really bring you down. Thinking about unrealized dreams about which you can't do a thing except wait for the night time when everything seems a bit better. 'Cause you always got tomorrow to do it all again and again and again. And we do it all again and again and again. And we do it all again and again and again. Oh, oh. Yeah, but good job, everybody.
Good job.
I'm so proud of y'all. Oh, seriously, y'all are doing such a great job.
What?
I'm not joking. So yeah, this is a thing. Like I gotta do my like Mr. Rogers PSA on a lot of every show. You know, like I'm proud of you and I like you the way you are and all that shit. So it's important. And last month I did the last Sunday of the month out in Lockhart for a brunch. The last Sunday of the month of brunch. And my dad is a Methodist minister, and so I love doing a brunch, a Sunday brunch. It's very up my alley. I did Uncle Billy's barbecue down there in Barton Springs for like 8 years, every Sunday. And that's where we met. Oh, Harvey, that's true. Oh, shit. But I was there and I said, hey, I'm proud of all you. And I said this to a whole group of people, and everybody's like, oh, thanks, Graham. I was like, no problem, you got it. And then this guy came up to me in the set break and he said, hey, thank you so much for saying that you're proud of me. And I said, no problem. He goes, do you want to know why? I'm thanking you because you said you're proud of me. And I was like, I'm already a little lost, but go on. And he goes, well, I finished my taxes and I filed them early and no one has said anything to me because no one knows. And so I just wanted to, I was like, okay, now I'm even more proud of you, and I kind of don't like you, actually, because like, no, I didn't say that. I thought I'm jealous or something. I was like, even more, yeah, just so impressed. And then he tipped me and he bought me a Lone Star, and I was like, I'll tell you what, that's all you gotta do is just provide some positive support to your friends and neighbors in need. I said, it's fucking January, by the way. So impressed. And I almost started, I was like, can I text you and consult you on ways, like, can you file a year early? I mean, I'm like 3 years behind on filing taxes. It's fine, they know. I talk to them all the time. They love me there. They're like, side note, Graham is very friendly and he likes to talk a lot. You know, like, they're not go ahead and tell him about some stuff in your own life and you can have a conversation with him. Always call and always make sure you're not doing something else. For the longest time when Zoom came about, I didn't even know that there was a microphone I could use. I was like emptying trash and doing all this stuff. I was like, camera's not on, they won't know, you know? And they're like, there's a lot of static coming in the background. Sounds like someone's emptying trash. Loads of 2x4s with nails on them. And someone's cursing in the background. So, I'm going to try to get through one more of these songs. This is one of those ones that, I say witness. I'm looking up the words of witness, and it's like, the first note that comes up is all the notes that I wrote for my dad's funeral in October. So this is what I have to read. This is what I have to go through. And I was going to say something about this. You know, when people say, hey, how are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm okay. And they're like, oh, you know, really? And if they ask a second time, it's called trauma dumping. You just say everything that's on your mind. It's like, we're not in England, and we're going to get rid of all these niceties, and it's like, I had 2 friends kill themselves in September, and my dad died in October, so I'm kind of fucked up right now. Is everything okay with you? Janet at the 7-Eleven, who's just like, she just was asking, I think she was asking if the gas and everything was okay out there. And I was like, well, oh. And then she just stopped everything she was doing and decided to talk to me, and there was a line forming, and I was like, oh gosh, tell me more, Janet. She ended up coming around the counter and we gave each other a big hug. This is what people try to recreate on YouTube videos that no one was filming. Everybody behind this was pissed off. They were not like, this is a lovely viral moment of 2 people sharing trauma and grief and figuring out how to make it through life with all this pain and suffering around us. It's more like fucking hurry up, Graham. But I wrote this song. It looks like it says, these glasses don't help with anything. They're just little pink and blue hue for everything. It's a little bit easier. It's like a little, like I'm looking at Ariel through a window or something. Not that I'm into voyeurism. I don't know where that came from. January 7th, 2025, 11:24. That's Zoe's birthday. That's what it says. And we already talked about how much all of us love sin. So I'm playing the 7 a.m. sunrise service tomorrow and the 11 a.m. contemporary service at Oak Hill Methodist Church tomorrow. So y'all come out. I know y'all going to be there. I expect to see all of you now that you know. You're going to look at your clock at 7 and you're like, oh, I never did tell Graham I was going to be there, but he said that we should be there. And guilt is worthless and it is nothing, so don't fucking feed into that. But so is regret, so don't even feel bad about it when y'all don't come to church tomorrow. And I wrote this, like I said, my dad, Methodist minister, Lieutenant Colonel in the Air Force, and I guess we're just gonna try it. I'm just reading all these other lyrics. I'm like, I don't remember any of these. You give thanks when you give of yourself. Once you forgive another, you can finally forgive yourself. Once you come to know the grace you don't deserve, you can start to get there. You could be a witness of the love that all deserve. You give thanks when you give of yourself. Once you forgive another, you can finally forgive yourself. Once you come to know the grace you don't deserve, you can start to get there. You could be a witness of the love that all deserve. You give thanks when you give of yourself. Once you forgive another, you can finally forgive yourself. Once you come to know the grace you don't deserve, you can start to get that. You could be a witness of the love that all deserve. Where's Matt Gracy? Thanks, y'all. I could not remember any of the chords I was supposed to sing over the verses. There's like 2 verses here. I was like, ooh, I have no clue what's going on. We'll just do the chorus 3 times, do a harmonic in between, and move along. And Matt Gracy's coming to the stage, everybody. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. One of my best buddies in the whole world. Matt and I have a long history together. He grew up working in farm fields. Is that the right way to say it? What is it, cornfields or short fields? There's cows and and all kinds of things. Yeah. What I had a guitar player. Anyway, I have a drummer. He's my main drummer. He's like the A team. Like as a lead guy, you got to treat your band kind of like middle school basketball. You got to treat it like A team, B team, C team, depending on who's available and what's going on. Trick, my drummer Patrick, was like, dude, I played with this guitar player this weekend. This is decades ago. He's like, his name's Matt Gracy. He's so great. And I'm like, neat, whatever, go on, you know. I'm serious. It just happened for a while. I was just not going through a breakup, but I had a band that was like 9 people, and I fired them all. I fired all the lead players and just stuck with Mark Wilson on saxophone. I was like, you're going to do everything. You're going to be like Clarence with Bruce Springsteen. Just any solo, old organ solo, that's you. Saxophone solo, you play saxophone, play that again. Guitar solo, keep going, Mark. A lot of saxophone in those days. But Matt, finally came on board, and we went from becoming best friends, and then we became brothers, and we got in a few fist fights and threw up in the alleys of Dallas together, and then we just got through it all. And listen, it's a true story, man. This is a story of redemption, and I know it was a crazy night. 8 dares saloon. Everybody's like, sort of remember. Woo, yeah, been there once. But Matt, I'm so glad. Listen, he's the only person in the band that I ever got to tell that the rest of the band wasn't coming. It was a very exciting conversation this afternoon. There's a whole lot of I'm sorry's on my side. I'm sorry, and he's such a kind and loving person. And I was like just blaming it on the Easter services I have to play tomorrow. Listen, it's weird. Anyways, I'm not going to go into that. But I'm so glad you're here, Matt, and we're going to do some songs. And I always like to do this one kind of kicking off things, even though y'all been up here listening to me for like 45 minutes already. Play a song. Yeah, you come up here and play a song. No, I'm just joking. Sorry. Oh, just joking. Oh, just joking. Hey, everybody, just chill out. Just calm down. I always like to sing this song out. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I'm doing a great job on that. I always like to sing this song out to the best friend I never got to meet, Mr. Blaze Foley. So we're going to do this one, and I'll tell you why in a second. I'm on the ride till the sun comes up and down around me back 2 or 3 times. I smoke weed in the backseat and I try my songs on the people who need. I get along with it all. Go down when people say y'all. I sing the songs with my friends and change the shape I'm in. I'll start talking again. I don't know what to say. Stay here in Austin, might go someplace that I've never been. And get up in the morning, go out at night, and I don't have to go home. Get used to being alone. Change the words to the song, start singing again, get back in the game. south. I'm gonna ride till the sun comes up down and back to the three times. I smoke weed in the backseat, baby. Try my songs on the people I mean. I get along with it all. Go down when people sing, I sing songs with my friend Tennessee violin. I start talking again when I know what to say. Gracy. Thanks, y'all. I only called Blaze the best friend I never got to meet because I was playing at the Cactus back in the day many years ago. Yeah, yes, and Griff. Who all remembers Griff? Is he here tonight? Fucking guy, I miss him so much. I think the way the memory goes, I think I was opening up for Joe Ely at the Cactus, and I kept drinking pints of Lone Star beer, and Griff goes, "Hey man," he like kind of like came up to me like a high school bully, and he was like, "Quit drinking all the fucking good beer." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Quit drinking the Lone Star tap." I was like, "What do you want me to drink?" Not that I was drinking that much. I mean, I'm pretty good at it. I'm just saying. And he goes, "Drink the Rolling Rock." No one drinks Rolling Rock. And I'm like, well, done. Not a big deal. And since it was such a big show, I really took it seriously. I had like a dress jacket on, you know what I'm saying, with like the inside pockets and everything. And I thought he was really encouraging me to just drink all I want and take some with me. Because I put like 4 beers in all the pockets of my jacket. And then I was leaving. I was like, "Bye, Griff," you know. And we gave each other a hug. He felt all those beers against his chest. He goes, "What are you doing? You can't take beer with you?" And I said, "You said I could drink." He's like, "Yeah, here. You can drink it all here. You can't leave from the UT campus at the Cactus Cafe with all these beers in your pocket." He goes, "You know what? I'm going to ban you from the Cactus Cafe." And I was like, "Oh, but you have me booked to open up for somebody next weekend here." And he goes, "Okay, after that, and you're banned for a month." And he goes, "There's no one else I've had to ban for stealing beer." I was like, "Except for who?" And he goes, "Blaze Foley." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, all right. I'll see you next weekend, then after that it'll be a month." And we repaired our friendship. Let me get a different harmonica, make sure I don't mess this up. Y'all are doing a great job, really proud of y'all. I know, I'm out of it, I just feel it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I know it's as good as a wink to a blind bat. So this next song is kind of one of those ones that has a story that, like, I wrote it 15 years ago maybe, and inadvertently I gave it the Willie Nelson treatment, meaning I just kept re-recording it with different bands and different outfits. Because it's like, how many records do you have with Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain on it? You're like, well, here's a brand new record by Willie Nelson. What's on it? Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. Because it's so fucking good. So it's fine. No one ever is mad about it. Just re-record it, different group, different people are there. So leave them alone. No, I'm just, no one's ever been mad about that. I'm just saying, I decided to just keep re-recording this, and I recorded it with my buddy Sean Nelson in a band called 2 for 1 up at Sun Studios in Memphis. I recorded it at my buddy Patrick's place 3 or 4 times, and it was during the pandemic. Matt was there. It was like when people were sort of getting out, and we did a live stream for Texas Music Magazine, and we set up everybody's iPhones around the studio, and we recorded it live, this live version that we sent to them. And then, you know, a few months later, putting together this record, and Trick, my drummer, was like, dude, that session we had for that live stream, there's some tracks on there that are like really good. Like everybody's together, it sounds great. And so we called up Mark Wilson and Tiger, Tijuana Trainway horns, and Trevor Neal on keys. And then we just added them on it. But this version that we put on that record got put in a movie a few years ago called Accidental Texan. And it's pretty good because during the pandemic, I got an email that said, there's a company that wants to license your song, Funny Feeling. The movie's called Chocolate Lizards. I said, do they have a budget and willing to put a deposit down? And they're like, no, they'll pay you up front and full right away. And I was like, let's fucking go. And so they did. Didn't hear anything about it for a year and a half. And then during a very important time when all this stuff was happening, there were some, unforeseen expenses. They're like, the movie finally got picked up by a production company or whatever. But they changed the name. I was like, thank God. It's about oil and Texas and all these things. It's called Funny Feeling. It has nothing to do with anything. But hey, check out the movie. It's pretty good. Funny feeling about how things are going. Got a heavy heart for the way things are, but I know enough goodness, yeah, to keep me moving. Have enough family to give me on. Each day I'm alive, down on my dollars, hard luck nights need a worried song. So sing a little tune for all those songwriters. I am mindful of those who are gone. La da 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 da. But I know enough goodness, yeah, to keep me moving. Have me some real good friends that have shown me the way. La da 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 da, yeah, la da 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 da. La da 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 da, yeah, la da da da. Got a heavy heart for the way things are, but I don't enough goodness, yeah, to keep me moving. Have enough friends and family to give me a home. Gracy right there. These are going better than all those new songs I've never played before in front of people. This is really exciting. It's like, I'll just start off with all the shit I don't even know. I was like, Matt, don't even worry about coming up to the front. And he was like, good, because I don't want to play a bunch of songs I don't know. I'm like, that's what I'm trying to save you from. You know, I never do that. It's a very undue thing to do right now. I don't even worry about coming up in the first 45 minutes. I haven't been to therapy in a few weeks, and I've got to get some shit out. Gosh dang it, I just want to say I'm so proud of y'all again. And it's like, listen, I just always expect no one's going to show up to any one of my shows. So like, I'm always just pleasantly surprised when 3 or 4 people are there. Because then I can do the math in my head. The 4 people that are there, I'm like, if one of you leaves, that's 25% of my audience. So I really got to work on crowd work and crowd retention, trying to connect with those 4 people. Where are they from? What's going on? What's their social security numbers? Don't worry, they're selling all that. That's all online anyways. Hey, thanks. This is like the loaves and fishes parable again. This is a lone star that appeared at my footsteps. Matt, what should we do? I just realized we only got about 23 minutes, so it's like 5 more stories and 1 song. I'm just joking. What do you want to hear? Fucking whatever. I opened up a Ramblin' Jack Elliott one time, or twice, but the one time I realized it's like, what's going on? It's like, oh, he hung out with Woody Guthrie and Bob Dylan. He's not very good at guitar or singing. He wouldn't even say that. I'm not just, everybody says that, but he tells the best stories. And it's old Ramblin' Jack again, he's just over there oversharing. I was like, I relate to him already, you know? He touched me on my cheek when he saw me, and he goes, I recognize you anywhere. And I was like, aww. So, let's do this one. Yes, that was the other one. That's on the list too. So this is a song I just gotta say. It's mainly about all of the times that you had with old friends back when we were all younger. Not to say anything about the demographic of what's going on tonight. I have a fucking back brace on, and an elbow brace, and a wrist brace. I've got fucking orthotic inserts. I'm falling apart. I'm 46. It's just like a fucking shame. I was like, I'm gonna go work in the garden. Just planting the seed. Johnny Appleseed with a bad back. It's called Raining in Paris. Longer than I get to be alive. than a ghost. It's raining in Paris, and it's snowing in Rome. I hear there's hail in Brussels and sleet in Stockholm. It's hot as hell here in Texas. There's tornadoes in Arkansas. But the feeling of being with my friends way back when is all that I want. Another war for the books, another table ruined by friends, and food is proof that we're all just the same. We've all got villains and heroes to blame. It's raining in Paris, and it's snowing in Rome. I hear there's hail in Brussels and sleet in Stockholm. It's hot as hell here in Texas. There's tornadoes in Arkansas. But the feeling of being with my friends way back when is all that I want. It's raining in Paris, and it's snowing in Rome. I hear there's hail in Brussels and sleet in Stockholm. It's hot as hell here in Texas. Tornadoes in Arkansas. But the feeling of being with my friends way back when is all that I want. But the feeling of being with my friends way back when is all that I want. Called Lucky, and I wrote it for a number of different reasons. But no one wants to hear any of the stories anymore, so we're just gonna go into Yeah, I'm doing good. Well, I'm lucky, well, I'm doing just fine. I'm better than most that ever been alive. I'm lucky, don't you know I'm doing good. Yes, some days are hard, others are how it works. Some days are diamonds, some are cursed. Days are hard when you try not to care. Drink a lemonade, open a glass of wine, read a book about your time. Hold close all the people that you really love. 'Cause we're lucky, yeah, we're doing just fine. We're better than most that ever been alive. Yeah, we're lucky, don't you know we're doing good. We're lucky, yeah, we're doing fine. Yeah, we're better than most that ever been alive. Yeah, we're lucky, don't you know we're doing good, doing fine. Yeah. Yeah, this ain't a joke, it's your only shot. You better live it up, baby. Give it what you got. Yeah, 'cause nobody really knows. So the story goes, that's the way it works. In between our smiles lives all the hurt. You could turn around, someone else has said goodbye. That's why you're lucky, you're doing fine. You're better than most that ever been alive. And you're lucky, yeah, don't you know you're doing good. You're lucky that you're doing just fine. You're better than most that ever been alive. And you're lucky, don't you know you're doing good. Doing fine, you're doing good. I'm lucky, yeah, I'm doing fine. We're lucky, yeah, we're doing good. You're lucky, yeah, you're doing fine. Well, we got about 2 songs left, so what are we gonna do? Oh,
One story.
and one story. Short story. Hey, when I was in like literature class or whatever, and we finally got to the part of your life, and like we're gonna study short stories now. I'm like, thank God. I was like, my attention. Listen. I definitely would have been medicated as a kid back in the 80s. There's just, diagnosis in pharmacies in small rural towns in Texas for minister's kids. It was more prevalent, Which means I'm heavily medicated right now. So, in a good way. Look how great I'm doing. Y'all are having a great time. Everybody's doing great. Hey! Shout out to the staff at Saxon Pub. Y'all give it up for these individuals that hold the sound, door, and the bar. Let's do this one. This is a song I wrote for my big brother, Aaron Robert Wilkinson, when he passed fucking 20 plus years ago at this point now. But listen, if you start to know the words or whatever, or you start to, if you're good at, like recalling lyrics after hearing them once, go ahead and sing along. It's like trying to let people know that it's okay to clap after a song when they're there not for the music. It's like someone's like, song ends and it's all quiet and I fucking killed it. It was amazing. And everybody's like, and there's one guy in the back. He's like, I'm like, yeah, it's okay, buddy. Yeah, you can do that. And then it's like the wave in the 80s in the baseball field where like one person starts clapping, then it starts spreading and it goes around the room. And listen, I love all kinds of applause. That's all I'm saying. I don't have a problem. Even the pity clap. The pity clap is the one where it like ends like a few minutes after the song. They're like, oh, someone got done with their point of the conversation. And they're like, oh, and that was really good too. I feel bad. The Onion article where it's like, people at their favorite bar in town really pissed off to see local bands setting up for happy hour set. They're like, oh, we just wanted to come here and drink, and then this fucking band is going.
I'll leave, dude. I do it all the time.
Yeah, I know. I was like, that's me. I was like, huh? Yeah, you leave. I know. You too. Only reason Matt's here is because I was like, Subway, if I'm telling you, like, you can get in free and I'll buy you a bunch of drinks, but you don't have to play, and you don't want any money. But he's like, no, I'm not going to come, only if you want me to play with you. And I was like, damn, well then I want you to play with me for sure, because I was going to want that anyways, but
And you bought no drinks.
and you owe me $37. Yeah, well, I can't get it right. I'm breaking bottles all through the night. Well, I can't get it right. I'm breaking bottles all through the night. These empty bottles are clouding my sight. If I can't put them a woodbed song, it soon will be forgotten. But I got the police coming after me. They got the guns drawn. I got the police coming after me. They got the gun drawn, aiming at me. I got the police coming after me. If I call no worried song that soon will be forgotten. It's late at night, I hear your voice and you call my name. Heating up and sheeting down will never be the same. Late at night, I hear your voice and you call my name. Heating up and sheeting down will never ever be the same. secondhand blues. And a worried mind ain't no rest in this life of mine. Rejection blues in the hour of dying. Find a comfort, wood-red song that soon will be forgotten. 'Cause late at night I hear your voice and you call my name. Even my sheep and baby will never ever be the same. Late at night I hear your voice and you call my name. And even I see it there, we will never ever be the same. What are we doing? Oh, Zoe, yes, okay. Well, I get turned around and backed up so I can part dyslexic and definitely, thank God, a little dumb also, yeah, a little dumb, that's what he said. Just if you didn't hear it, I was trying to talk about all this shit that I've overcome. I have not overcome the dumbness yet. I love bars that don't have TVs because, listen, it's like I get so distracted. And I was playing I'm playing every Friday at the old Horseshoe, the Golden Goose. And the bartender was like, "Oh, do you want to watch The Big Lebowski? I heard you talking about that. You love that movie." I was like, "I love that movie." I had a radio show in high school called The Big Lebowski on Tuesday nights. I don't know how we did, but we definitely smoked weed and cigarettes and drank jugs of Carlo Rossi wine the whole time around all this really expensive radio transmission gear. Nothing, it was great, but she put that movie on and like, talk about distraction. I thought I was distracted by things. I was in the middle of a sad song about a dead friend of mine, and I was like, "The bum's lost, Lebowski!" That's just what was happening. None of Lebowski was saying, "The bums will always lose." And I was like, oh, that's kind of, is that a metaphor? No, I don't know. But this is another one. Y'all don't know, it's still bright outside, so y'all get ready. Y'all are just having the time of your life in here right now. Everybody's like, oh, Jamie Harris is up next, and it's going to be so amazing. And she is doing a special Emmy Lou tribute type of thing going on. But thanks for the tips. Forgot all my merch, and the website store is down. So I don't know. Just come see me next time. And we're going to end with this song, and it's called The Drinking Song. And it was kind of a joke, but I wrote it with my buddy Tony Campbell when I lived right down the street across the street from the Broken Spoke. I lived right down there. It was a great house, and I had a little section of the property that I was allowed to put all my shit in, and it was called the laundry room, which is this little separate space on the side. So I moved my laptop out there, and it became my studio. I was like, I'm going out to the studio, and I'm going to do some chores while I'm out there. And I went out to the laundry room studio, but then it was right around the time when Hobby Lobby started making those man cave signs for girlfriends and wives to buy. My lovely wife, who's here tonight down here, and we love her to death. She's my saving grace, for sure.
For sure.
For sure. Oh, God, we all know her.
For sure. Sorry.
I had a spot staked out on South Lamar where I was going to be sitting on the corner. But she got me one of those signs as a joke, and I put it on the laundry room so that I could just say, I'm going to the man cave, a.k.a. the laundry room, a.k.a. the studio. And I went out there one night with my buddy Tony Campbell, great picker, guitar player, wooden wire, great guy. Tony and I went out there with like a case of Lone Star. We were going to write a song, and we drank almost all of the beer, and we came up with one line, just the first line. We were so impressed with each other and ourselves, we were just like, man, we should just fucking quit while we're ahead. We got the opening line, and it's a banger. And then I finished writing it the next day. It just seemed natural, and I still tell him that he's got half of the royalties, even though I haven't signed him up. But it's because the song really hasn't made any money anyways. It's got a very difficult introduction, so everybody just be quiet for a second. Here we go. Oh, well, I started drinking because I had lots of problems. I kept on drinking till I hit rock bottom. The doctor told me that I had to give drinking up. Well, I did. I ended up with more bad luck. So I picked back up the bottle, just like I did. Let me do my drinking and I'll be just drinking. Well, drinking ain't for everyone, yes, this is true. Some people, they need medicine other than booze. Christ's first miracle was water to wine. Hopefully someday Jesus will come to a party of mine. Faith is personal and drinking is too. Let me do my drinking, not the drinking. My sister Sarah drinks bourbon and my brother he drinks beer. And I drink Courvoisier until I disappear. And Margaret, she drinks vodka everywhere she goes. Charlie likes martinis, his wife left him alone. I might need Simone with the gin house blues. Let me do my drinking, not the drinking. And some say you gotta have the blues to sing a worried song. I got blues running round my head, is this a drinking song? Some say you gotta drink the first light dawn. They drink all through the day, they drink until night falls. And I'm not saying that's the healthiest disposition. You can do what you want here at Saxon around 7. Well, everybody's drinking. Gracy.